Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome to another AFL fantasy video covering my team for this season. In this video, I'm going to show you my score from round 4. You can see we got 2042. I did go up in overall rank from 346 to 121, so definitely pushing for that top 100 early, which is very, very nice. And I was really surprised. I ended up with some nice scores, but a few early disappointments made me not really check my team until basically Monday. So, yeah, a few disappointing players in my team and maybe mistakes from myself. I don't know what you think, but Dane Swan after last week, I was really disappointed. Only 84. I captained him, so got 168. I said I would in the previous video, so yeah, I kept with that. But I was convinced, like, surely he would continue that form, but yeah, was playing forward a lot, and I'm not really sure if I can put Swan captain again. I got it right the week before. Got maybe lucky, because you don't know. It's really hard with Swan, because sometimes he'll play forward more. But now I've completely changed my tune, and a few weeks in now, Jordan Lewis, his lowest score is 119. For me, he's the set and forgets. That's my opinion on Jordan Lewis now. With the lowest score of 119, I'm going to leave him captain unless he shows otherwise, consistently getting poor scores, which you can't see happening. He's too good. Really, he's the set and forget captain. If you don't have him already, it's going to be hard to get him in, costing a lot going up. So, yeah, we're going to have to see. But, yeah, some disappointing scores in defense. Is there anyone that is scoring well? I want to trade. I've got to use the 2 trades this week. Well, you don't have to, but like I brought in Lumumba or Harry O'Brien, whatever he wants to be called. But he went down in price. I his break even was 53, wasn't it, or something like that, and he couldn't even get that. Defenders are always going to be inconsistent. I thought he was making his way back after last week, 103. But yeah, Taylor Hunt as well, who's had a good season, but Richmond just played crap as well. So, and McIntosh, maybe him and Sard and Oxley, they're all almost looking to be like upgraded or downgraded, depends on transfers you want to go. Like, I've got to check the break evens, what they're going to be for this week before I I'll try and do trades in this video, and we'll see how it pans out. But yeah, like, which one do I trade? And even, like, all of them were down on their natural form. Like, especially Luke Hodge after last week. Only got 84 now. I wonder if anyone put him captain as well. But, yeah, we'll see. So that's really reviewing that. There's not much to review. They did crap pretty much. That's the only way you can review it, really. But we'll move to midfielders now. There was some really good signs in midfield, but also some disappointments. Pendlebury, 118, is really consistent now. That was his highest score for the rounds, or the year, sorry. Yeah, his highest round score is 118. He got that this week. Hopefully, he's still not at his best, point scoring wise, so hopefully he can get that before being reliable for captain. But like I said, for me, Jordan Lewis, if I'm going to suggest you, if you don't have him, get him. Even if, you're going to have to downgrade someone, just get him. And then just leave the C on him for the rest of the season. He's too consistent. And even in a losing game as well, he posted a big score. Heppel as well, he's doing what I wanted for him this season. Not chosen by a heap of people, but more people are getting him now as he's been really consistent. Lowest score, 97. And again, highest score of the year for him, 138. He's an amazing player. For me, he's the new Dane Swan, really, in terms of how he picks up points. And he's only going to keep getting better because of his age. His only 4th year, is it? I think 4th year. Also, Rory Sloane. A few people might have captained him and would have done worse than me in that part. Like, Dane Swan got 84, but Sloane only 61. He's been he was consistent up until this round. No doubt, I reckon a lot of people would have brought him in if they didn't already. So, yeah, big disappointment from Rory. And Adelaide in general. So the Bulldogs stepped up to get the win, and we'll talk about my Bulldogs players soon. Only got a couple, but yeah, Mark Murphy, 93. I said if he turned up again, I would keep him. So there might be a slight consideration to upgrade him. He had a good game though. I think he had one of, at least late in the game, he had one of the most contested possessions. But this isn't Supercoach, so contested possessions don't really matter. But he still got the ball. So it's an interesting thing to think about. I may have to if he's going to keep getting tagged and only going to be getting like handballs out and stuff. But saying that, Cripps, he mostly had handballs, end up with 137. That's the biggest praise of this episode. amazing. He's, yeah, definitely the biggest praiser for me. Patrick Cripps, hopefully he can, like, if he can consistently, he's one of Carlton's key midfielders, and I think that was his only 6th game or something like that, 6th or 7th game, and he's going to continue to be that. So I could see him being a starter for the rest of the season if he is the key part of Carlton, or a key part of Carlton's midfield. And yeah, not being like a sub risk or anything. He's definitely not. He's probably one of the better players, and that's, yeah, that speaks so much of where we're at right now. Jack Steven brought in last week, was probably disappointed not to ton up, but I still have faith in him. Who are they facing this week? Essendon. So we'll see how they go there. Another big week of games coming up. Anyone else? Yeah, Vandenberg as emergency, but yeah, I couldn't see myself starting Vandenberg ahead of Alice Yeoman. You probably wouldn't have done that. But he stepped up, and you got to look at the next games. Melbourne's facing Freo and Adelaide against Ports, and it's at home, so it's a hard one again. Alice Yeoman's been consistent. You probably couldn't drop him, but definitely emergency Vandenberg, and maybe Newton. I got to check the break evens, but it may be time for Newton to go. I'm not sure. Rucks, Goldie's been absolutely amazing again. Another consistent. Lower score 85. I don't really like having Ruckman captain in Dream Team because they can come up with those scores under 100. But he's been absolutely amazing. 131, and also Bell Chambers 84. That's decent because that's going to help his growth for a few more rounds hopefully, and then maybe like a few others. I'm going to be eyeing Matty Cruiser. Where are we? Cruiser, there we go. Yeah, he's only 244, so didn't he start cheaper than Bell Chambers? Yeah, he would have. Bell Chambers, for the season, has gone up 50. Yeah, so that's crazy. I believe, for those that don't know, Cruiser's going to play in the VFL this week, I believe. So the following week, he could come in if he gets through unscathed. So that's ideally what I want. And I'm sure a lot of people, I'm not sure if other people with Bell Chambers will be looking to do the same, but yeah, that could be another growth. Or do you want to upgrade Bell Chambers to like a premium Ruckman keeper? So we got to see, if that will happen or not. But it's all up to you, I suppose. But that's my, Bell Chambers has made a bit of money, and for you to really capitalize on that, you could go to Cruiser. So that's what I will do. Hopefully, if he looks good in the VFL, I'll watch closely because I am, again, a Carlton supporter, so I'll watch the VFL game closely. And yeah, that's the rucks. I may look to bring in a ruck that's going to play, like on the bench, but Naismith, he's been emergency a couple times. He showed signs in the NAB as well. But that kind of form is going to be forgetting about now. And that, I don't know if he's playing in reserves or not, if he's emergency for games. I'm not sure if he's played games in the reserves for Sydney. If he has, I haven't really checked how well he's done or anything. So now we'll move on to the forwards, how well they have done. Brendan Goddard, definitely people have jumped off him. He's only 23% chosen, and then, when that happens, he gets a big score, 113. I think he'll be back to his best. The season's getting on now. And getting into the season, he'll get back to his best. Dane Swan, like I mentioned already, disappointment. Disappointment. I'm not sure if I'll put him captain again unless it's against like a lower team. Like you say against Carlton. It's hard because, when you support the team, you don't want to say they're like known as like a really bad team, and after a win as well, even though it was just against St Kilda, it's going to be a big game against Collingwood. So captain, I'm not even going to think about it. Like I said, set and forget on Jordan Lewis unless you have any other opinions, but the evidence so far, the stats this season, like lower score 119, you'll take that any day of the week. So like for me, he's not a risk. He's a guy that's not going to get tagged because of the type of player he is. He used to tag, didn't he? So he's not a candidate. There's guys like Mitchell ahead of him that will be tagged, or Hodge or someone like that. Luke Dalhouse. Last week, still there's only 4.8% of people that have him. So last week was like 3%, wasn't it? So heaps of people haven't even got him in yet. And if they haven't, they are going to do this week. Surely he's killing it right now. But the thing is, he keeps going up in price, and people are going to think, is he worth it? He's showing he is, though. But he's not like that. One of the best players in the league, like a Swan, if he's absolutely dominating, you'd go for. Or Dustin Martin, he's struggling as well. But Dalhouse, Bulldogs, he capitalised. He did so well for them as well. Again, lower score is above 100, 101. He could almost be captain candidate. It's a bit of a risky one, but he hasn't gone below 100 this season. So he's been absolutely amazing for me as a unique pick. A lot of people have jumped on the Bont. How much? I've got him in Supercoach and didn't do fantastic. How did he do in Dream Team? AFL Fantasy, sorry. Yeah, 86. So, didn't ton up. So, basically, yeah, they're around the same. They're the same kind of player. It's just last week, he didn't play. So, I got, yeah, Dalhouse's score instead of him. So, I probably wouldn't have them both because you've got to watch out for buys and all of that. And then my rookies that I've started did pretty well. Honeychurch. Lucky I put him in emergency. Only 24 points. That was really disappointing if you would have started him, and he's probably not going to grow a lot more now. That's something you're going to have to think. His break even, I'm not sure what it will be. Just had a guess, it might be around like a 30 or a 40. I'm not really sure. That's just off my head what it may be. Also, Cam McCarthy, good move. My thought, yeah, him playing against Gold Coast would have done better than Clark, and he did do that. He got 98s, so his break even should be high as well, and he looks really impressive. Like, obviously everyone raves. Oh, the only downside, I don't have Hogan. I didn't get Hogan. That's because I couldn't fit him in. I probably went with McCarthy instead of him. Hogan from Melbourne got Salem, Honeychurch, and Clark, so I went a bit different. So, of course, he did well. I got Hogan in my real dream team, and my real dream team, I'm actually ranked about 50th. 50-something, can't remember, 51? Might be 51, which is amazing. Of course, there's less people in that competition, so you've got to take that into account. But yeah, that's going not too bad. Anyway, Cam McCarthy, he's going to be up on the up and up. But yeah, what I was going to talk about, people were raving about like Jeremy Cameron about being like an amazing forward for the future and that. But McCarthy, man, he's scoring goals. Maybe because the attention is towards Cameron. And then Cameron McCarthy is getting maybe the second best defender. So, yeah, he's a target for them. He's a target for them. And generally, tall forwards do poorly. And for a rookie one as well, his lowest score is 62. That's something to look at. Especially, yeah, tall forwards in general get some low scores. But especially rookie, yeah, in the past, rookie tall forwards do really poorly. May put out like 20s and 30s. But his lowest is 62. Oh, he's a real one to look out because he gets marks and that and scores his goals. And who's GWS playing this week? GWS. There's Gold Coast against Brisbane. GWS against West Coast. That's an interesting one. So, and Geelong is... Who's Geelong playing? Geelong's playing Richmond. So, yeah, again, I wouldn't want to drop Cam McCarthy. He did well. Then Salem, again, I thought, yeah, he was due for maybe 100. He put out a decent score, a 76. That's acceptable because, you know, along that half back line, did pretty well. And Martin, he may get, oh yeah, when do those position changes come in? Because Salem is surely going to be changed to a defender as well. Does he? Yeah, he keeps his current position. It just added, yeah, where he's playing. So surely he will because he's playing half back. So no doubt he's going to get that. So that will help a bit with the trades. But that's basically it. Yeah, covered Clark, Honeychurch. So now I'm going to see like who I would initially look to trade here. I wouldn't want to trade Taylor Hunt. It's, to me, just one disappointing score. And it's so, man, I traded last week Hibberd for Lumumba, yeah? And what did Hibberd go and do? He went and he tonned up. Fuck. 104. It would just seem like I can't even get him back now. Ugh. But I got to be honest, I had to downgrade someone quite a bit, almost 100k worth, to trade someone decent for Mitch Wallace. So if I kept him, I couldn't get Wallace to Steven. So you got to keep that in account as well. But midfielders, I don't think I'm going to trade anyone. But I think it's going to be all defender trades for me this week. 2 trades. So we're going to see Lumumba. Man, he handballs too much as well. That's a frustrating thing. So I'm actually going to go at advanced trades. You can do 2 at once, yeah? So we'll do that. I like how it looks like this. I like doing it this way. So we'll go 2 trades. Lumumba gone. 1 week in, 1 week out, and Kieran Burns. So you don't know. I might, change it later. And this might be my, this is a bit earlier than I usually upload. Usually I might do it on a Friday, the ones I've done so far. But I'll make a double trade. Lumumba and, I'm not really sure on the break even. So that's something you have to take into account. Trading, you see, I always get tempted to trade someone who gets a poor score. But Taylor Hunt, Richmond, they did poorly, surely against Geelong. We're going to have to see how they go. But Nathan Brown may not... But he's there for versatility. He's there for the emergency. If anyone is laid out, you know he's going to play for sure. He's not really a young rookie player, even though he's rookie price. You put him there, you're going to get someone who's going to play. So Kieran Byrne, I might hope he'll come back in. But after a win, I'm not really sure. But there is a... What's his name? Can we go for rookies? Or do we just have to search... We'll search by price. Yeah, Jake Cully. I keep thinking, yeah, he's going to play his third game. But yeah, it's not like that anymore. Jake Cully, 165. He seems as though he's playing. But again, you may want to put someone in. Dick. Oh, interesting Dick. Here, Matthew Dick for Carlton. Coming over from Sydney. He started as a sub. So he hasn't gone up yet. And if he starts, I'm not sure if he'll get heaps anyway. So it's an interesting one, isn't it? I'm just not sure who to click on the next one to take out. Oxley could be it. I'm not sure what his break-even's going to be, though. It could be a bit higher. It's a tricky situation because, yeah, I feel the midfield... Murphy, ugh. I could try something. Not really sure. How about, isn't there Cracker as well? Can we go to midfielders for a second? Nathan Cracker. But again, it's that second game situation. He's gone up a lot already. Still, yeah, 189. What's his scores been so far? 76 and 60, so it's nothing spectacular. And he's a mid-forward as well. I just got to see, but I really want to see the break-evens first. But I'll commit to what I think I'll do anyway. Go back to defenders. I just desperately want to get Lumumba out for someone decent. So I feel you might want to go for a double trade. I think. For me, I don't want to touch the forwards yet. But maybe Honeychurch. What's his highest? Has he been scoring all right anyway? He hasn't got insanely high scores, so he may not increase so much more. I could maybe go a Honeychurch to a Cracker. We could try that. Mitch Honeychurch out. And select the player to trade forward. So we can just search, yeah. We'll go Crack. Nathan Cracker, he's gone up. He's still going to go up more, of course. So we'll get him in. So there, make some... We got money. We've got some money now. That's it. We go for Lumumba. Or it's one. Look, you got Melbourne. Who they're playing this week? Freo. You can't see Lumumba dominating against them, could you? And they'll probably tag him the way Freo plays. So we're going to have to take him out. But that's the thing. There's no really reliable defenders, maybe apart from Hodge, who I already got, and he did poorly. So, man, what do you do? Who's got the most... Ooh, Everett's an interesting one. What's his lowest score? 80? Pretty consistent. Pretty consistent, but again, I'm always shaky about getting Carlton players as well. Ooh. Matt Suckling. Lowest score, 68. See, it's almost not worth it to trade him. Like, there's no one that's too consistent. Who's got the highest average? Cutler played his first game. His break-even must be high. But again, you're not really sure how he'll go. Sam Butler. Butler's an interesting one because doesn't he play midfield? Like, he bumped up 135. That's insane. Like, a lot of people will be eyeing him, no doubt. But lowest score, 63. But here, yeah, I'm just looking at the average. Seedsman, though. Wasn't he one we always looked at? He pumped up, yeah, big Anzac Day score. For me, he's one we were always looking at. Yeah, he seemed as though, like, last season he had injuries. Like, he's a guy that's on my radar. Like, it's obviously throughout the week, well, the next couple of days, it's already Wednesday, there's going to be a lot of thinking for me, what's the best move, but Seedsman's, he's one to look out for, because he was one on our radar last year, wasn't it, like, before he got injured, so, he's one, after a big score, but you want to see a bit more evidence, how about Andrew Walker, again, like, highly priced. It's going to be a big decision. Heath Shaw, how's he been going for the season? Again, high score 97. He hasn't really broke the ton. See, I could maybe keep the faith with Lumumba because there isn't anyone else that's too consistent. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for consistency, and consistency is rare at the back. And you look at the average, Andreas Everett, he's, like, for me, he always seems to get the ball, which is a good thing, what you got to look for. But at the same time, lower score 80, it's not bad. Like, you just got to see, if you weigh it up, what's the better decision? So if I close on Lumumba here, because the odds are, think about it this way, a lot of people are probably going to take him out this week. So he'll probably step up just by the odds. So if I look to take out Murphy, who's at his price, at that kind of premium level, you want a guy that's amazing, right? So where are we? Oh, Scott Thompson. He used to be absolutely amazing. Would he be back to his bests? Is Scott Thompson back to his best? He may not be getting tagged anymore. See, this is the time I would go to Fan Footy and check out how he's done previous years. But by my knowledge, he's done really amazing in previous years. But then I think last 2 years he's been tagged and just getting a bit older and maybe not fit. But 2 games this year looks the goods. Nat Fyfe I haven't got in, but we got 590. I could get in Fyfe, who is... He's good in Supercoach. He's amazing in Supercoach, but gets tagged, obviously, so that affects his scores. And he's actually gone down 2k for the whole year, so I could actually get him in. I just actually like to search by the value, regardless of what their average is. I could get in Joel Selwood. He's around that price as well. Joe Watson. It's between those 3. And he's gone down because of 94 last week. He's always been consistent in fantasy. Joe Watson as well. What did he get? He got a 78. A bit disappointing. His highest, but he's still got a decent average for the whole season. So it's an interesting one to go for. I might hop on Fyfe, but it's a hard one. They're against Melbourne. Geelong against Richmond. I'm going to get in Nat Fyfe. I love him. He's going to be the best player in the AFL, especially like if Ablett is just ruined this season. Fyfe is going to make a name for himself as the best player in the AFL this season. I'll say it. He'll make a name for himself as the best player in the AFL this season if Ablett doesn't get back to his best after his break, I suppose. But yeah, for me, Nat Fyfe in. So for me, that's upgrade, no doubt. Still keeping Lumumba in there, but whoever I get in might do the general defender getting a crap score. You can't rely on defenders. So for me, it's getting the best potential mids in, and that's a great upgrade. Honeychurch, who was just emergency, low score, break even should be pretty, well, I wouldn't say low. Low is good. It will be, definitely above the minuses. Just had a guess, and we'll bring in Nathan Cracker. So both Nathans, Nathan Fyfe and Nathan Cracker coming in. Those are just my initial trades. You have successfully made a double trade. Well done. So getting Fyfe in again. He isn't as good as in Supercoach, because he'll get tagged, so he won't go insanely high, get some big scores. But he's a superstar. He may do. So that no doubt is an upgrade. Now you got Cracker as emergency. I'm happy with that. So hopefully enjoy this episode of my AFL Fantasy team. If you enjoy these, leave your feedback. Haven't really got too much feedback on the content itself, like how the structure of the video, like how I go through my team and then I make a trade or 2 trades. Like in this video, but leave your feedback if you want to see some more of this, because I don't mind doing this, especially that I'm doing alright as well, 121st. That gives me a bit of motivation to keep going with the videos. But leave your thoughts on my trades. They may not be official anyway, considering, they might be out during the week, midweek training injuries. Let's pray, fingers crossed that won't happen. But either way, leave your thoughts in getting in Nathan Cracker and also Nat Fyfe for Murphy and also Honeychurch. That's it for now. Can we break 100 next week? Can we get in the top 100? Again, cross your fingers, but I'll see you guys next time.